Hey guys, this is Christian here. Today I'm going to be doing a review for One Battle After Another, a new movie directed by Paul Thomas Anderson and also written by him, and starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Chase Infinity, Benicio del Toro, Tiana Taylor, and Regina Hall. And this movie follows this far left group called the French 75. They very similar to Antifa, if you guys are familiar with American politics. They're like Antifa. They think the way of solving all the country's problems is through violence, and they have to take on much eviler people, white supremacists, played by Sean Penn. And then there's a time jump, and after 16 years, he resurfaces and Leonardo DiCaprio has to rescue Chase Infinity, his character, his daughter, when Sean Penn threatens them. So yeah, this movie came out. I was very excited for it. I was very excited to see this movie. One of my most anticipated of the year. Probably the most critically acclaimed movie of the year so far. And it's the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie. He's made so many great films. He's made There Will Be Blood, Punch Drunk Love, The Master. Like, he's made so many movies. He's also made like Boogie Nights, which I haven't seen, Licorice Pizza, Phantom Thread. Yeah, he's made a lot of movies, and this is his most recent one. And this one may win him his Oscar. We'll see. We'll get into Oscar talk later because this is a big awards movie. But I'd say after the movie ended, I definitely had to think about it for just a little bit. But then I ultimately decided I really dug this movie, and I like most of it. I'll start by talking about the I'll start by saying I don't think this is the best movie of the year. Like so many other people think it is. Sinners is probably still my number one. Probably won't be top 10 if this movie can top it. I mean, unless Wicked or Marty Supreme tops it. I don't know if Wicked's going to, because I'm not sure if I'm going to like it more than the first movie, and that wasn't even my favorite movie of last year. But I think this one it's not my favorite movie of the year, but I still really liked it. So we'll talk about what I liked in it. We'll start with the performances, because I think the whole cast was brilliant. Leonardo DiCaprio was fantastic. I don't think it's one of his best performances, but it's a great one. Sean Penn was excellent. Very great villainous performance as Colonel Lockjaw. Maybe akin to like Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Basterds. The standout for me may have been Chase Infinity. This is her first movie, and I thought she was great as Willa the daughter. She has one scene with Sean Penn that I think is probably the best scene in the whole movie. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to try not to spoil anything. The reason why the title says potential spoilers is like in case something slips, but I'm going to try to keep it spoiler free. This is probably one I could talk about without mentioning spoilers. If it's a movie that I know I couldn't talk about without bringing up spoilers, then I'd mention like there was spoilers in the title, but for now it just says potential spoilers. So in case something pops up, you'll know, but I'm not sure if something will. But yeah, I think Chase Infinity did give my favorite performance in the movie. Tiana Taylor was great with her limited screen time. Strongly disliked her character. Her character wasn't poorly written. It was just like she's not a good person. And then Sean Penn is also a terrible person. So this movie, like not all the characters are great people. But yeah, performance-wise, she was great. Benicio del Toro was great, very funny. And then Regina Hall was also very good. Everyone was great. And all the characters were very well written and developed. Even if you don't like some of them personally, which is understandable, but like their personalities and stuff. But they're well written enough that it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, I'd also say the movie is great on a technical level. The cinematography is great. They filmed this in VistaVision, which is cool. The editing was great. The production design was cool. And for the Christmas Adventurers like scene, they actually filmed it at Ronald Reagan's house or something, which is definitely interesting. the sound work was very good with all the guns and the cars and stuff. And I'd say the most standout element was Johnny Greenwood's score. Probably my favorite movie score of the year. I mean, Sinners also has an incredible score, but this one I think might be my favorite. Even though Sinners is my favorite movie of the year. I just thought the score in One Battle After Another was so memorable, and I still have it engraved in my brain. The script, Paul Thomas Anderson's direction was great. We'll get into Oscars later, but I wouldn't mind if he won the Best Director Oscar. I still think I'd vote for Ryan Coogler, but he may not even get nominated at this point. We'll see. But yeah, I thought his direction was great, and the screenplay, also written by him, was also great. The dialogue was very witty. There was some great funny moments. There were some serious moments, and they balanced each other out very well. The chase scenes were great, very well filmed, and I found this whole father-daughter relationship very interesting, and also very strong political commentary as well with what's like immigration and how ICE has been treating immigrants. It's definitely close to home with what we're dealing with right now, but they're probably not gonna have to interrupt. Those types of movies don't release at my AMC. They're always limited release, and I don't live in a key city or anything. I'll watch them when they hit digital, maybe. But yeah, the screenplay was very good, very prominent political commentary, great humor, serious moments. The father-daughter relationship was good. It was very well developed. One nitpick, I do think there's before the time jump was not as interesting as as the stuff that happened after the time jump. So yeah, I think the opening when we're following the French 75, they're doing all these things. I'm not really sure. I still need to think, does the movie want you to believe that they're good? I don't think the movie wants you to believe they're heroes. I think they want you to think they're more morally great, because you also have Sean Penn, and their characters are actually evil. But their intentions, their intentions are good, but they're also using violence to get their point across. But yeah, conservatives are gonna hate this movie because they're gonna think, Antifa, they're the good guys. ICE are evil, but ICE is so good. They separate all their families because they broke the law and everything. So conservatives are gonna have a field day hating it. Ben Shapiro already made a whole review hating it. We're gonna get to that. I'd say Sean Penn's probably likelier, but we'll see. We'll talk about that. But yeah, the opening scene. Also, I had the misfortune of seeing it with some family members, my mom and my sister, and there was some stuff in it where I was sitting and I was like, "Oh, I'm watching this," and my mom was right next to me, and there's Sean Penn. It's mainly stuff involving Sean Penn and Tiana Taylor. There's a scene where Sean Penn, increase his. Nah, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Because you have to see it to believe it. It's funny, but watching it with family, it's a little awkward. Either way, I enjoyed this movie. It's not my favorite of the year, but I loved it. I'd say Sinners number 1, Weapons number 2. I just saw that one recently. I thought it was fantastic. And then this is probably my number 3, all Warner Brothers movies. So yeah, I give this a 9 out of 10, probably closer to a 10 than an 8. But yeah, I really liked it. And now we get to talk about awards. Let's talk about awards for this movie. I'm gonna pull up my award expert app because this is where my predictions are up to date, not on my Letterboxd. I think this movie was gonna win Best Picture before I saw it, and now even watching it, I feel even more convinced that it's gonna win Best Picture. It has the right political commentary. It's Paul Thomas Anderson. You finally get to award him. It's his time to win. The only thing that you can argue may be holding it back is that the box office isn't the greatest. I mean, it is Paul Thomas Anderson's highest grossing movie, but I'm not sure how big of an accomplishment that really is because I'm not sure if he's particularly well known for making like super smash hit movies like a Spielberg or a Nolan or a James Cameron or someone like that. But I mean, in that way, it's kind of a success. But like, it's still, I think, it still may lose over $100 million for Warner Brothers. But they've had a great year overall, so it may not matter. I don't want to say it's 100% guaranteed that this is winning Best Picture, but I think it's pretty likely. And if it wins Best Picture, you get Paul Thomas Anderson is going to win Director. We know that, especially because Brian Coogler might not even get nominated. He'll probably get Precursors nominations, but I just don't think, like, if Sinners is not winning Best Picture, like, he might not even have to nominate Coogler, which is a shame because I really think he probably should be winning. But a snub would be so bad. But the Oscars, I don't think they care. Obviously, I think acting nominations. But no, before I get to talk about that, obviously, I think One Battle After Another is going to win Screenplay. Even if it lost Picture Director, it would still win Screenplay. And I think, so yeah, I think it's winning Screenplay pretty easily. Paul Thomas Anderson's probably going to have 3 Oscars in his arms. Unless Sinners somehow came back and won Director Picture. But I don't think that's happening. I think One Battle After Another is just winning. I don't think it's 100%, but I'd say like 90% likely. Now let's talk about actors. I think Leonardo DiCaprio is going to get nominated. I don't think he'll get snubbed again. People may think he's going to get snubbed because of Killers of the Flower Moon and Django Unchained. He missed for that, but I think he's going to get nominated here. And also, Best Actor is not that crowded, so there's definitely room for him. I don't think he's going to win because Timothée Chalamet is there for Marty Supreme, and he already won for The Revenant. No, actually, no, that's probably not a valid reason because Frances McDormand won a third, Daniel Day-Lewis won a third Oscar. They could give it to him if they want to, but I think Timothée Chalamet is very strong. Chase Infinity is in lead actress. I don't think she'll get nominated for that because lead actress is very competitive, and she's she's a newcomer. So I feel like I think she would have had an easier time getting in for supporting. I actually think she's more lead than supporting, but I think she would have had an easier time getting into supporting. But with how competitive lead actress is, I don't know if she's going to get nominated. I think she'll get some stuff, like maybe she'll get a Golden Globe comedy nomination, a SAG nomination. Well, SAG nomination would already be huge. Maybe she gets Critics' Choice too, but we'll see. I think, sorry, on my phone I have my award expert have Brother Bros at. Sean Penn, I think he can win for this. I think Sean Penn can win the Oscar for supporting actor. Kind of like how Christoph Waltz won for Inglourious Bastards or Javier Bardem won for No Country for Old Men. I don't think it's 100% locked because Stellan Skarsgård is there for sentimental value. He can maybe win, but Sean Penn's definitely a threat to win. And I also have Benicio del Toro getting nominated. I think this category is also kind of getting a little weaker, and you know, Benicio del Toro is very funny. You could, if they really love the movie, he can come along for the ride. I feel. I think Tiana Taylor is going to get nominated. Despite her limited screen time, I think she makes enough of an impression to nominate her. I don't know if she's going to win. I'd probably say no for now, but I actually have no clue who's going to win. I have Ariana Grande out front for Wicked for Good. I think she has the most. I think she makes the most sense to have out front. But like, if she doesn't win at all, then maybe it could go to Tiana Taylor. And if one of the neither the sentimental value actresses win, then yeah, I guess she could win. But for now, I'd say no. And I don't think Regina Hall is going to get nominated. That performance, she was very good in the movie, but I don't think they're going to do it. Well, let's talk text. I think it's probably going to win casting. Maybe it'll be that or Sinners, but I think it'll get nominated for that at the very least. Cinematography, it's going to get nominated for. Maybe it could win. I have Sinners out front for that still, but maybe it could win that. One Battle After Another. I think it's going to win editing. Editing has been pretty tied to Best Picture recently. I think that's going to break eventually. I don't think that's going to hold forever, but I think if it wins Best Picture, it does make sense to have that out front for editing. Production design, I have that out for now, but maybe, I'm not sure. The house, there was some impressive production design in the movie, from like the Christmas Adventurers house to Benicio del Toro's like house. I thought the production design was very good, but I don't know if we'll get in or not. Costumes, probably not. Makeup, spoilers here. At the very end of the movie, Sean Penn is all scarred up. So maybe it can get makeup, but I'm not sure if that'll be enough. Not sure. We'll see. If the category gets weaker, then maybe, but probably not. Visual effects, no, obviously not. Critics' Choice would do it because they'll nominate that for a shit ton of awards. Sound, maybe you can win sound. Sound's another category where I have no clue what's winning. I have Sinners out front for now, but it could be one battle after another. I think it could be Wicked for Good as well. I just don't think it's going to be F1 or Avatar or anything. Score, I think the score is winning. The score is very like infectious. It gets in your head. Sinners has a great score too, but I feel like if they're really going to go for one battle after another, they're just going to give Johnny Greenwood the award. Any other categories? No, I think that's it. So yeah, that is my review for One Battle After Another and my awards talk. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.